Hello, my friends. My name is Gerdes. I'm just a professor trying to help you understand context in the war in Ukraine. Here are three big stories for today. And it's interesting, none of them directly deal with Ukraine, but they help you understand how the geopolitical situation is relating to Ukraine. So the first, we're dealing with Venezuela. Maduro, that's the president of Venezuela, who was just reelected in the same way that Putin was reelected. Maduro is terrorizing the people of Venezuela. His security forces attack protesters. And here we see what looks like some gas. I'm not going to play the video, but it looks like some gases or smoke or something, and people are running away. Again, I'm not playing the video. But what we know is that there are Wagner forces there contracted for Maduro, and we know that Maduro is kind of chummy with Putin, and it's really interesting how these countries connect. Here we see what's supposed to be massive protests in Spain, with thousands of people protesting against socialism and for freedom in Venezuela. This is from TD24, but I'm not sure that that's what this is, but let's say that that's what it is. And I looked it up in other articles. Reuters talking about Spain asks for Venezuela to release broken down verifiable voting data so that the international community can verify this. Spain's foreign minister Jose Manuel Alebres on Monday morning asked Venezuela to release broken down and verifiable voting data after the National Electoral Council announced President Nicolas Maduro had won a third term in office, contradicting several exit polls. Alberes followed U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, Chilean President, and other Latin American leaders in demanding transparency from Venezuelan authorities. Again, so these fault lines are becoming clear. Here's the European Union. 7 EU countries press Venezuela to release voting records of contested elections. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal all urge Venezuelan government to release promptly all the tally sheets from the controversial vote. Okay, so it's like democracies are saying, hey, release the data so we can verify this. And who was congratulating? The first to congratulate him was like Russia and China and Belarus and North Korea and Syria and that kind of cast of characters. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, second big story. This is not a game. This is our reality. Hezbollah just fired approximately 50 rockets towards civilians in northern Israel with the intent to kill as many Israelis as possible. And this isn't even the big show yet. This is like what we think is the precursor to what Iran may be wanting to do next. Iran is really not happy about what just happened with the assassination of both a Hezbollah and a Hamas, two bigwigs in those organizations. Beautiful yet haunting image shows Iron Dome surface-to-air missile interceptors being launched earlier tonight against Hezbollah rocket barrage toward the upper Galilee region of northern Israel. So that's the reality. Now, I know that some people here support Ukraine and Gaza rather than Ukraine and Israel. And good people can disagree, and we can have reasons and explanations of why we're on different pages on that. But you do need to understand that Putin is much cozier with Gaza and Hezbollah and Iran and this cast of characters than Israel, by a long shot. Mass transportation of heavy equipment and missiles from Russia to Iran and other cargo plane arrives in Tehran. Previously, it was reported that Putin had transferred Iskander ballistic missiles to Tehran, and Russia's assistance is not limited to ammunition. The axis of evil is massively and quickly supporting each other. This is in the Hindustan Times. Russian cargo planes carrying weapons are allegedly flying to Iran amid heightened tensions in the Middle East. Reports on August 4th suggested that constant to Russian to Iran cargo flights with military hardware. However, neither Russian nor U.S. authorities immediately reacted to the reports. We know that Iran is supplying Russia with Shahed drones, and we know that they have a cozy relationship. It looks like, from what we can detect, and again, I haven't seen this enough to say this definitively, but it looks like Russia is supplying Iran with some things that it will be using to attack Israel with. So that's where we are. Again, these are the fault lines, and okay, let's turn our attention to domestic U.S. politics for a little bit, because there are fault lines in the U.S. as well. Trump announced a deal I talked about yesterday with Fox News for debates with Kamala Harris set for September 4th in Pennsylvania. The good people in the community said, he announced it, she didn't sign on. You're right. I skipped over it way too fast. Trump and Harris are at odds over the presidential debate. So, Mr. Trump says the ABC debate, because they were supposed to have a debate with ABC, has been terminated by Mr. Biden leaving the race because it was supposed to be Trump and Biden. So then he went over to Fox News and struck a deal with them. So on Friday night, Mr. Trump wrote on his social network, Truth Social, that he had accepted Fox News' proposal for a debate on for September, which is penciled to take place in Pennsylvania, a key battleground state. If for any reason Kamala is unwilling or unable to debate on that date, I have agreed with Fox to do a major town hall on the same September 4th evening, he wrote. So a debate might turn into two different town hall meetings, one on ABC and one on Fox, if they can't agree. Now, the Harris campaign communications director said he needs to stop playing games and show up to the debate he already committed to. Ms. Harris followed up on social media saying it's interesting how, quote, any time, any place, unquote, becomes, quote, one specific time, one specific safe space, unquote. I'll be there on September 10th, like he agreed to, she wrote. Okay, so it looks like she might not join him on Fox. He might not join her on ABC. And I put this out on my community tab, and I said this: Trump to debate Biden on September 4th. Biden, and actually it was supposed to be on September 10th. I got that wrong. Biden drops out. Trump refuses to honor the ABC debate deal with likely Kamala Harris. We don't know for sure that it will even be Kamala Harris, although it looks likely that that's going to be the candidate. What's going to happen? Harris goes to ABC while Trump goes to Fox on the same date. Trump dodges all debates with Harris. Harris dodges all debates with Trump. They act like grown-ups and they settle on a debate. They never actually debate before the election. So the majority of you think that Trump is going to dodge all debates with Harris, and then it's followed by they never actually debate before the election, and some of you are hoping against hope that they're going to act like grown-ups and settle on a debate, but the same percentage thinks that Harris is going to go to ABC and do her town hall meeting there while Trump goes to Fox and does his town hall meeting there, and yeah, so it's not looking great with that. Now, let's have a national conversation about weird, says J.D. Vance, trying to seize that ground back because they've been calling Trump weird and Vance weird for the last few days. And this is an orchestrated kind of event. Two corporate media networks refer to Trump-Vance ticket as weird over 160 times in one day. That's orchestrated. So Democrats embrace weird messaging on Trump. And now that's not bad. You can do that. That's certainly better than we'll never have another election in my lifetime again as far as the public discourse goes. Sure, call him weird. That's fine. I just don't think that he's going to gain a lot of ground trying to take weird back and tar Kamala with it. I just don't think that's going to work. Now, this is David Axelrod, and here's what he had to say about the race. He's Obama's campaign manager. There's a lot of irrational exuberance on the side of the Democratic side of the aisle right now because there was despair for some period of time about what November was going to look like. Now people feel like there's a chance, but it's absolutely Trump's race to lose right now. They're close. They can be won by either candidate. Okay, and I think that's fair. In fact, here's Nate Silver at 538, a pollster that's pretty reasonably accurate. I'm not taking anything away from him, but it's changed. Look at the red line, that was Trump. Look at the blue line, that's Kamala. I mean, that's where it is, okay? And it's been like this now for a week with the prediction market. Kamala up 54 to 49. Trump, Democrats over Republicans 55 to 48 for the presidential election in 2024. And then I want to take you and show you this. This is Real Clear Politics, their voting average. If it's in red over here on the side, if it's red, that means Trump was winning. I'm taking you back to Monday, July 22nd. The week of July 22nd to August 4th, and it changes significantly. Trump, 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 Harris, Trump, Trump, tie, Trump, 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 Harris, Harris, Trump, tie, Trump, Harris, Trump, Harris, Harris, Trump, Trump, Harris, Trump, Trump, Harris, 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 Harris. So it's shifting. you can see the shifting here. So, but we just don't know what's going to happen long term. And 100 days is an eternity in a political cycle. Like, think back what happened over the last month. Did you think any of that was going to happen? Probably not. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this. Life is short. Make sure you spend as much time as possible on the internet arguing with strangers about politics. I don't really mean that. Don't do that. Be kind to each other. Talk about the issues as much as you want. Support your guy, but be the kind of person that you would like to be like. All right, my friends, thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.